Hey guys, it's me Arielle from Passion Community, and today it is a special video for you guys. And today I'm going to present to you the top 5 horror games to run to this year for October. I know there's a lot of horror games to run to on the internet, but I want to show you the games that have the popular games that I know that also gets you to play. There's also a franchise, and in this video that I know the characters, I know what it is, but don't actually watch it. But I suggest it for the fans that want to run to that. So my first run to start off with is my favorite of them all. My top one is the Bendy franchise. Also, this is my top 1 favorite, but just to clarify, those top 5 aren't ranked at my preference. They're more ranked like that. But in my horror games, the Bendy franchise is my top 1. I grew up with Bendy, alright? I grew up with this horror game, and I will still be close to that, alright? So my number 1 reason why I like the Bendy franchise is because it's set up in a old time, like the 1930s, and it's one of the best. The first game, Bendy and the Egg Machine, as you see here, is the start of the route, you know? And Bendy and the Egg Machine, oh boy, that's one game. To chapter 1 to be very not good at the graphics, to at 2019 when they changed all the graphics and went to a better look, this game is worth to look at. And also, it's worth to look what it looks like in the past. You can watch some YouTubers down below. You can watch some YouTubers like Super Horror Bro, which this guy actually played the game and done a lot of good theories about it. Super Horror Bro is a good channel to look at for the Bendy and the Egg Machine theories. I'll probably link his channel down below the description box if I can, of course. But to jump into that Bendy franchise, the first Bendy and the Egg Machine game is about Henry Stein. I think his name is Stein, but I'm gonna say it. Henry Stein is a old worker of the Bendy and the Egg Machine area, and the area is called Jury Drew Studios. Jury Drew is the one who created Bendy, Alice, Boris, and all of those cartoons. And yeah, Bendy is a cartoon character in this game, and you have to explore the area of Jury Drew Studios to escape the studio. You also come across a lot of cool characters like Sammy Lawrence, who appeared in chapter 2 and got a good comeback in chapter 5. I'll let you guys see that on YouTube if you watch the game, or if you want to play the game, I'll let you guys be spooked up by this guy. Also in chapter 3, there was this cool character named Alice Angel that was a total menace to the Bendy and the Egg Machine game. So it's a total winner for chapter 3. Chapter 4 is the one where Alice Angel's murder attempt ends. I'm gonna say murder attempt ends. In chapter 5, you know it, it's the end of them all. But also my other reason why I like this franchise is because the designs of the characters are pretty simple, but they have a cool, scary look into the game. It's like scary versions of cartoon characters. Like you see the normal cartoon forms of them during the game, and then you see the human cartoon-like version of them, and it's pretty cool. Also, the fact that there are 5 chapters means that you have a lot of gameplay, and you will see a lot of lore in it. Just like the Bendy Land, there is that Wally, I think the name, Thomas. You know, there's a lot of characters. There's also copies, I'm gonna say copies of the main trio, Alice Angel, Bendy, and Boris. There is that one Twisted Alice Angel, we called it, and there is Addison, which is another Alice Angel. There is also Tom, which is another version of Boris. we don't have two versions of the Egg Demon. We have in the Bendy Egg Machine. There's only the Egg Demon that is a copy. Well, this is a Bendy form of Bendy, but there's not Egg Demons in the game. Hopefully not. There's also another game that I want to talk about is Bendy and the Dark Revival in the end of 2022. This game, oh my god, it is the GOAT. Okay, we're saying it. It's the GOAT. Audrey Drew is the main character of Bendy the Dark Revival, and yeah, you guessed it, Audrey Drew is the daughter of Joey Drew. But not like genetically in the blood. That it's not like DNA. It's Joey Drew's creation with the ink that created Audrey Drew, his daughter. Audrey, of course, in the game finds out that her father is Joey Drew, and also she discovers the whole world that Joey Drew actually drawn in the Live on Illusion book, I think it's called. Also, the main reason Audrey got into the Bendy world was because of Wilson, because Wilson wanted to show her something into the Bendy world, which is quite the battle at the end, I might say. Just a spoiler. Spoiler. Audrey actually got her legs chopped during the end. I'll let you guys know and see why, because I don't want to spoil it out. But the reason why I like Bendy the Dark Revival is because they redone all the graphics. And I mean all the graphics. And they're all beautiful. And also the stories are so great too. About Wilson's crew that is evil and wants to hunt you down during the game. Also, the Ink Demon has a whole group too. The Ink Demon had a voice. And Bendy, no, the Ink Demon didn't have a voice in Bendy Lake Machine, but Bendy Dark Revival, he has a voice. So yeah, that means he could manipulate more his victims. I'll say that's one scary game. It's also during the end that it's very scary, so yeah. I just didn't even know. Also, the great comeback of Alice and Joel is in Bendy Dark Revival 2, which people call her GTA Alice and Joel in Bendy Dark Revival with that one Tommy gun fight. Yeah, I'll let you guys know and see about the Tommy gun fight while you play or watch the game. And there's also that one Bendy Run game on mobile phone. I actually played it a little bit, but nah, not my game, not my sort. But Bendy League Machine and Bendy Dark Revival are the games that I stand for. And there's also that Bendy and the Secret of the Machine that shows spoilers for and teasers for a lot of games. Like Bendy the Cage that comes, there's Bendy in the Solid City that comes. There is a third Bendy game to the main franchise that continues with Bendy Dark Revival. If you don't know, Bendy in the Cage is a prequel game to the Bendy in the Dark Revival, where we actually see how Henry, Sammy Lawrence, and a lot of characters, how they escaped the cells that we saw in Bendy in the Dark Revival. But yeah, Bendy the Cage is not a third game. It's not like Bendy the Revival and Bendy Lake Machine, no. It's just a prequel to see how they escaped. But they do a third Bendy game to the main franchise by right now. They do a third game, and oh my god, I have a feeling that the third game will be better and better than the 2 hours. And I mean better. Alright? And also, Bendy, the Secret of the Machine, shows a lot of lore into that too. So, check down that game too. There's a lot of secrets about the lore. There's not just the teaser and the spoilers. There's also a lot of fun Easter eggs. And there's also a lot of awesome stuff to check out. So, this is why this is my favorite in the Bendy franchise. Because there's a lot of stuff. And also the style of the games are actually good. And also the stories of the games are pretty good. I mean, how could someone think of a story like this for Bendy Lake Machine and Bendy Dark Revival? No one but the medley, alright? Bendy, you're my childhood, I'll never forget you, alright? And so, I know that, never say never, but It's worth it. Alright? So the second one is the Puppy Playtime franchise. I'll say that's a little bit of a franchise. And why I say that? Because the main game is Puppy Playtime, which got out in 2021. And this year, in 2024, at the beginning, on January 29, I think, they actually got out the third chapter to Puppy Playtime. And oh my god, the third chapter is very, very good. With the smiling creators. Oh my god. Also, Puppy Playtime kind of reminded me of Bendy in the first chapter, where you actually, you know, when Huggy Wuggy chases you in the first chapter, there was a scene where Huggy Wuggy was in the middle of, I think it's Make a Friend area, where you actually go on top with a sort of metal floors that you go. And that kind of reminded me of Bendy, because you know sometimes Bendy crawls around like that too, so that's why it reminded me. But also, of course, the chapters, because, and there's another game that I will show you in this video that does the same thing as Bendy and Puppy Playtime, you know. But Puppy Playtime, why I like it, it's not because of the graphics, well, because of the graphics of course, but not just because of that. It's because of the lore, alright? Puppy Playtime has a deep lore. And if you don't know, Puppy Playtime is a game where you actually explore in all the embedded factory of toys, and you discover what happened in there, because it was embedded 10 years ago, which was 1995, and 10 years later, which is 2005, we actually, the player, we call it, explores the game, well, not the game, explores the area and finds out a lot of lore about why it's abandoned. So in chapter 3, we found out about the Hour of Joy and what it is. And oh boy, the Hour of Joy is the opposite of the Hour of Joy. Alright, a lot of killing and a lot of murder. I'll let you guys see what I mean about that. Also, there's a lore about saying that they take orphans into the factory and they put out a lot of orphans into the toys. There's also the bigger bodies, which are Huggy Wuggy, Mommy Mom Legs, and Catnap for now. And those three, oh my god. The one that has more lore is Catnap, which is Theodore. Theodore was a kid in the game who actually honored the prototype as his god. If you want to know, the prototype is like a manipulative voice around the factory that tells people to do bad things, similar to the Ictimon and Bendy machine who crawls around the studio to actually kill some people. The prototype is a sort of the Ictimon of the Puppy Playtime. Alright, he manipulates people, it kills them, and also the great thing that I see about the prototype is that it can mimic voices, so it's hard to tell if it's the main character or it's the prototype. There's a lot of theories during the chapter 3 that people thought that Odie, the guy that actually go through the phone, is actually the prototype. I don't know if it's right, don't know if it's correct, but that's a theory, and I think it makes sense because the prototype can mimic voices. And also it says that Odie is a kid. Excuse me, it's an abandoned factory. How is a kid there? You know, there's a red flag here. That's why I see that it makes sense. Alright? Also, something that I really like about the Puppy Playtime game is the fact that the lore is very well structured. You aren't confused with the lore. You're like, oh my god, that's what happened. You know, the co-workers take the kids, like their orphans, to put them inside toys. And the reason, I don't know if it revealed the reason why yet, but there's a reason why they do that. There's a reason. Probably for money. The most possible thing is for money, which is pretty corrupted to do that for money. My opinion about that. But I don't see why we do this. I don't have any theory, but I'll let the game tell us what it is. Alright? We'll go through that. Also, chapter 2 reveals a lot about the things that we do during the factory, like the mini games that we do during the factory to actually kill some children so that we can take them and put it to the toys. I think it's that for chapter 2, I don't remember. But the main villain of chapter 2 was Mommy Longlegs, and oh boy, she was one manipulative mommy, we could say. And if you want to know, Mommy Longlegs is a name by the fans. Puppet Playtime developers decided that the name of this character was Mommy Longlegs because of the fans. Fan service is right there. So that is why I like Puppet Playtime, and also because the developers decided to name this character Mommy Longlegs because of the fans, which is good. Give the fans what they want is also a good thing. Alright? And I also like the fact that they work hard onto the Puppet Playtime game. They don't let people say to them, "Hey, rush the game, rush the game." Whoa. Puppet Playtime has more graphics than Bendy. You see it here, it has more graphics than Bendy, alright? We need to work on the graphics, we need to work on the story, because the story of Puppet Playtime is actually more deep than Bendy, alright? We're gonna agree on that. Puppet Playtime is about a toy factory where kids are put inside of toys, but we don't know why. Like, possible why it's for money, but there's other things too into that. And also the fact that the kids are put inside of toys, you're like, what did we do? It's actually pretty scary, you know? For me, that's a good horror game because of that. And also the fact that the developers take their time to make the game, they take their time to do the chapters, they're not rushed, they take their time, they correct the bugs. That's a good game when you know that the developers think a lot about the game. Alright? Let's go. Let's go to the top 3. Top 3, like I said, this one is not something that I watched. It's something that I know in the internet because it's so popular. It's the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. Alright? There's no possibility that someone that crawls over the internet doesn't know that. Except the old people, but there are people that we know that don't know about the Five Nights at Freddy's, but people like, you know, young adults, or, you know, when you cross over the internet for horror games, it's not possible that you don't cross this. The Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, alright? The first ever game was in 2013. The first ever game of Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's is a game where you go into a pizzeria, pizzaplex. It changes over with the games. Pizzeria, pizzaplex. It could be anything, alright? A restaurant. Boom. As long as it's a restaurant. In Five Nights at Freddy's, we go into pizzeria, pizzaplex, restaurant, whatever it is. And your goal is to go 5 nights. It says 5 nights. You have to go through 5 nights to find some secrets, some lore, and and also find some. I think it's for finding secrets and lore to the game about the pizzeria, because I think Five Nights at Freddy's it's an abandoned pizzeria. A lot of times I think it's an abandoned pizzeria, alright, that they put, and you have to know, and you explore the pizzeria and you encounter those beasts. Alright, I'm just gonna name those main characters: Chica, Foxy, Freddy, Bendy. I think these 4 are the main characters. So if anybody's missing any, there's also William Afton. I know these, but I don't know a lot. I don't know that, but I should guess this game because it has a lot of games that you can go through. It's not something that I like because I know, but I don't actually watch. The only game that I watched was FNAF Into the Pit, which was the new game. But oh, there's also Springtrap and Spring Bunny that I know too. Spring Bunny was in the FNAF Into the Pit, and oh my god, this game is awesome. Alright? This is a new game, you guys should check it out. It is pretty cool. I should check the main franchise, which is something that I should check during Halloween month. Yeah, something that I should check during this spooky month is Five Nights at Freddy's. Alright? I know that. But I also know Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, FNAF Security Breach. I also know that, but I don't know all the game. I just know a little bit, like Freddy Fazbear, Chica, like Glamrock Chica, Roxanne, Monty. You know those characters, Vanessa. You know, Gregory. The one franchise I know the most is a new franchise, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. There's also FNAF Into the Pit. Yeah, that I know. But I should check the Five Nights at Freddy's lore so I could make a video about it, you know. Because, you know, new content is also fun in this channel. And probably more ideas to draw, you know. I always check a franchise because after it's ideas for a drawing, so of course. And this is why I suggest Five Nights at Freddy's, because of a lot in other games. There's FNAF 1, FNAF 2, FNAF 3, FNAF 4, FNAF 5, FNAF 6, and I think there's more. And the Security Breach. There's like a lot. And a lot, alright? But right now, this game takes over the internet, alright? And there's a lot of channels that talk about it. MadPat from Games Theory, the Games Theory, MadPat, you know. I got retired in March. He now owns GT Live. Yeah, this guy does a lot of content about Five Nights at Freddy's, so you should check him out. There's also Markiplier. This is the Bite of 87 comes from. I think it comes from Markiplier. I think. You could tell me in the comments where the Bite of 87 comes. Is it from Markiplier or not? Tell me in the comments. But my theory is from him, right? And I know Markiplier because of some fans of Five Nights at Freddy's already. And CG5, a good singer, I'd say, does a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's songs in the past, so you could check his songs. I think I checked all his 5 FNAF songs. Also, there's that new one, Freddy, with MadPat singing with him. Oh my god, you should check him out. And also, one thing that I like about this franchise is the community around. They all cheer around FNAF, and they all the fans connect together to do some FNAF content, which is pretty good, I'd say. Alright, the fourth one is Indigo Park, which works just like Bendy and Puppy Playtime. Indigo Park is actually a game where it has chapters. Chapter 1, I actually watched the full chapter 1 on YouTube, and oh my god, that's one game, alright? Also, Indigo Park, as you might already guessed, is a game where you go into an abandoned park named Indigo Park, where Remley the raccoon is the main mascot of the game. You come across the park with him because Remley is an AI raccoon on the TV that follows you around. Now the TV follows you around, it's Remley who follows you around with the electronics that you have. You actually find a lot of secrets to the game too. There is the plushies, and also there's the lore about the characters around him, which I don't remember. I remember one name of one character. I think it's Lengo. I think it's Lengo the lion. Was it born in a fox, I think, or I think it's a skink. I don't remember. I need to check those characters around on the internet. There's these four main characters, but remember the gameplay. It is very good. You explore the park. You actually find out about a train. The train ride is what I remember the most. When you go with Rambling and he presents you all the main characters. Yeah, that's one main thing. Now I know. Also, the final boss fight, which is with the bird, it ends up pretty bad for the bird. Spoiler alert, it ends up pretty bad. But yeah, in the end, you get chased by a whole bird. And at the end, Remley asks you to repair the pack with him so it could reopen and do for more fun activities. We don't know what actually happened yet because chapter 1 was the introduction with the main characters, the main park, the main rules, the main thing about the game, you know, representing the lore. And actually, the Indigo Park was actually closed 8 years ago in the game, so yeah, that's a pretty good thing. And the main reason why I like Indigo Park is it has like a fun humor at the same time. There's a humor next to horror at the same time, which I like it. Of course, I like humor things. And also the fact that the graphics are also pretty good. It looks like real life in Indigo Park, just like Puppy Playtime. You go through that and it's all real life. I also like the fact that the animatronics that are in Indigo Park are pretty well detailed too. They look like very scary animatronics, you know, like they got destroyed. Like the details in the animatronics in Indigo Park are pretty good too. There's the main funny character in Indigo Park, I think you already know, it's Remley the raccoon. Alright, that's one funny character, I'd say. And I don't have a favorite character yet in Indigo Park. I don't have one yet. I'll probably have one when chapter 2 comes out. But yeah. And fun fact, this game is invited by a YouTuber. I don't remember its name, but it's invited by YouTubers, so yeah. One thing that I know about Indigo Park 2. Also, Super Horror Bro actually play the game, so it's a good thing too, you know. That's all I could say about Indigo Park because it just got out chapter 1 I think in May. Also DG5 did a song about it. Oh boy, this song was great. So yeah, that's all I could say about Indigo Park. And the reason why you should play Indigo Park is because of the graphics. The gameplay is amazing. Remley is funny, alright, you'll get through a good time. The boss fights are actually pretty good, like when Nengo actually got out of its territory, you know, and you have to escape. The boss fight with the bird, where she chases you, and you need to go out and escape. You know, those pretty fun stuff. Also, there is that one arcade scene with the skink, as I said, where you actually boss fight the skink, even the game just crashes. You know, it finds some pretty good lore, a little bit of lore in chapter 1, but in chapter 2 I think there's gonna be a lot of lore. Alright, so all that said, I know that's not a lot I could say about Indigo Park, but I just know chapter 1 because chapter 1 is the one that got out, so yeah, that's not a lot. But the top 5 is the Eminem the Adventure franchise. I know it got out in 2022, but Eminem Adventure has a lot of franchise. Like, in the first ever game, Eminem the Adventure, was actually a living room with a TV. It was simple like design. The graphics was like pretty old. The graphic was looking pretty old, and we got a lot of secrets and lore too. And the first main game was the tape where we were outside and Eminem really represented themselves at the grocery store. The second one was for the maid for grandma. And the third one was Amanda invited you to her house, and was the end of the game. It was pretty short, but you found out a pretty cool lore when they decided to update it for another tape. It was the one tape where Willie and Medea had to find a treasure, and it was under an X, and Amanda wanted you, like the player, to actually dig it out, but Willie loses it, and Amanda actually kills Willie. I know it's pretty messed up, but I like this game because of the story, into the lore. It's pretty good. It's about a cartoon show, Minute Adventure. When you know it's a cartoon show, obviously it is, but it is in tapes, and it's amazing. All right, it's a corrupted show, and also when they did a big major update, when you go in the attics with TV, the tapes, the big things, and they changed the tapes for the big major update. The first one was in the kitchen, the second one was on the playground, and the third one, don't remember. The third one was, I think, the third one was the park, was in the zoo. The third one was in the zoo. Coming back into my memories in my mind. But yeah, and you discover a lot. And the secret tapes too, you find out that Amanda is actually inspired by another show, where Sam Haft's show with his adopted daughter named Rebecca. And this live action show turned to be a cartoon show because of how popular it is. And the company that helped Sam Haft was Hamlin, which did some pretty messed up things, if you want to know. People actually theorized that Hamlin actually killed the father because Rebecca was actually tested with some demon, was it? Like, they wanted her to send some words that related to demons. And yeah, that is pretty messed up. I think the fans theorized that Sam Haft was killed, and Rebecca was also killed to take her soul and get into Amanda. It's pretty messed up, I know. It's a pretty good story over here. That's pretty good. It's very, very scary. Well, you know, it's very scary. But yeah, you also see how Amanda reacts, and sometimes, oh boy, it's pretty messed up. Oh, there's also that one tape. I think it's the picnic tape before the park one, and oh my god, this one is pretty messed up, alright? In that one, Amanda wants you to find the weapon that killed, like the thing that killed the fox. Like, what the hell? What the hell? Something that killed a fox. Oh my god. That actually turned me. I was like, oh my god. There's also that one scene where she says, do you feel that you rotten sometimes? I was like, what the hell? And then Wooly was like, you don't need to answer that question. I was like, yeah, I don't need to answer that. But it reveals a lot. Like, it reveals that Rebecca got killed. Like, what the hell? There's also another tape at the end where Amanda is actually on the couch and asks you if she could share a secret, and then she shares that she is somewhere out there. And was like, oh my god, her body is buried. What the hell? And then when the TV is closed, she appears on the TV like the tape was corrupted. It was on the TV, it was a lot of red screens, alright? So the scary stuff that appeared, I was like, oh my god, what the hell? And then the player, as a cutscene, threw a brick, I think it was a brick, to the TV. And then when you turn around, you see a red detective just right in front of you, like on the table in front. And so that's how the game ends. It's like, oh my god. But during the first game, like the other game where they actually done a lot of graphic, it's where you see a lot of the lore. It's It's insane, alright? It's insane. And I actually saw a lot. And also there was that one secret tape where was a girl looking at the TV with Bendy, and then she disappeared, like in front of her eyes. She disappeared. And people theorized that she got curled, that she got dragged into the TV, which is insane, you could say. It's insane. And yeah, there was also a news reporter in the tape that says that Immediate Adventure was actually going to pushed away for some reason, and they said that Rebecca, it said that Samhaft actually disappeared, and then the company said that they would handle Rebecca's mental health and all. I was like, yeah, right, you're helping Rebecca's mental health. You want to torture her and kill her to get her sold to the TV, which is pretty messed up, right? It's pretty messed up. And that's why I like the Immediate Adventure, because the lore is amazing, alright? I spoil a lot about Immediate Adventure, but that's why I like this game. That's why I would like you to watch it, because it's amazing, the lore is amazing, and just all bring up those things. And there's more into it. I don't say a lot, but there's a lot of more things about Immediate Adventure, alright? There's also a second game that will come out in the fall season. Like, I'm recording this video in August, but it's also August 15th, at the same day that I recorded the Master Box Trials episode of October. But yeah, there's a second game that comes in the fall season. I'm actually not August by right now, but I think the game and the adventure is out in October, pretty much, and it's November, I don't know. But you guys should check the second game. They actually got a demo, and the demo looks amazing. So you guys should check it out. Alright? So I know that might be a long video, but yeah. This is all the games that I had to show you today. It's my top 5. And I knew that if I did the top 10 would get too long for this video, so that's why it's just top 5. And just like in the title here, what game will you scream at this year? Which game will you get scared of this year in October? Let me know in the comments below. And I might do, and I'm actually going to make probably a community post about it if I don't forget in October, because I exactly guess by right now. But please tell me in the comments below to not so I cannot forget. If I have time in October, if I don't forget, I might do a community post about it. Erase the idea that I will do a community post. Just tell me in the comments of this video about what is your game you play. You know, it's probably more, and I would like your suggestions in the comments below. I would like to know too if you actually know those games. If there's one of them I know a lot of them, or if you know them all. I don't know. And tell me which game that you play if you know them all. It's good. And some people judge someone that doesn't know a game, but it's okay to not know a game, you know. Not everyone knows a certain game on the internet. And saying that it's impossible to not cross over FNAF when you judge other games. But it could happen, you know, if I cross FNAF. So I don't judge you for that, you know. Yeah, I would like that in the comments below. Or if you want to share your opinion about this video, you can say in the comments below too. You don't have to suggest my game. But yeah, also share this video with anyone you want them to know about which horror game they should play on October or on Halloween. We don't know what you guys do in October. Tell me also in the comments below about what you do in October. I would like to know. Also, like this video if you enjoyed, you know, the small blog about my top 5 horror games, and subscribe to see more content for Halloween. You know, it's the spooky month. So there's a lot of Halloween content to come. There's also the FL shorts, the gameplays, and other stuff. So subscribe to this channel so you can not miss those videos. Alright? So, all that said, thank you guys for watching and see you to another spooky video. Bye guys!